Alright, 2 more little episodes of this left.
Ready, set, go! Shock absorber.
Good stage. Okay, having done that, I don't know why that was such a... I don't know why that was an intermediate stage. Also, I do remember hearing the complaint that some of these stages are actual just rehashes of earlier ones. And I noticed in some cases we had like there's the oval track, for instance, where you have to, if it comes back with a vengeance and you have to get a better time on it. That one I know. I didn't complain too much about that because it was a stage I like to start with, and the improved challenge was kind of welcome, and it was very in the spirit of the theme of the stage. This stage, though, it's just like, okay, I guess it kind of makes sense that the first time the idea was, oh hey, just figure out how to get through here as quickly as possible, and now it's okay, but now let's make you find a route through this stage as quickly as possible that goes through some specific checkpoints. I guess it kind of makes sense in terms of increasing difficulty, but them being billed as separate levels does leave a bad taste in one's mouth, potentially. Because it can feel like you're getting less than what you bargained for. I don't know where the other 2 gems are. I fear there'd be 1 over here.
Gyrocopter. Time travel.
Over here being just on this side of the stage that I haven't really been on.
Time travel.
I feel very incentivized to pick up that time travel, jeez. It's a lot of those right there. Granted, these save different amounts of time in some cases. I do remember hearing complaints that apparently some of the later stages made by fans would have negative time travels in them. There's no way of telling the time travel is negative time travel before you pick it up. But certain time travels, you pick them up and whoops, you have time added to your time. Is it gonna be over here? Where is this last gem? Oh, goodbye. Well, that was a nice run. Ah, this one. I remember this one gave me a little bit of trouble. Maybe. I remember it taking me some tries at the very least or something like that, but... there we go. I had to go diagonal for a second there to have enough strength to go up the slope.
Time travel. Time travel. Time travel.
Well, thank you for subsidizing my wait for this next platform. Oh, that's the idea. I guess you tried to... I guess if you can manage to grab however many of those without missing a cycle, that's how you try to save time there. Yeah, the yellow and black lines tell you where the... Well, yeah, I guess they tell you where you're gonna need the next platform, roughly. Maybe always, maybe not always. Seems reliable. Of course, here I think at some point we're gonna have to, yeah, come up this way, so not exactly. Whatever. You remember this one? I remember for some reason it took me a few tries or something to actually get all the way up here the first time, and it is a bit of a climb. It does take like a minute. And then you actually have to do one last stunt to reach the end. Okay, guys. I think we've made enough elevator transitions. This isn't particularly thrilling.
Gyrocopter.
No reason not just jump over the whole thing. Other than, you know, not making it. I could have gone faster, I just tried not to overshoot. Oh well. Ah, this one. So let's see how this one runs. This one ran at like 1 frame per second the first time I was here. Yeah, this is how you can tell that we're not lagging based on the, yeah. And it's still, I don't know, does it feel slower than the first time I don't know if it feels slower in this stage than other stages or not. But it's definitely nowhere near as bad as it was when I was last in this stage. Oh yeah, this stage can also, there are some pinch points in this stage. You can accidentally lead yourself to fly out of the skybox or something. I know that happened at least once. I'm astounded I managed to complete this stage in my first playthrough. Yeah, I feel like the frame rate might be lower, I can't tell. But it's definitely running better than the last time I was here, so no complaints. It's a funny idea for a stage, but also kind of obnoxious. I guess that's a good description for a number of stages in this game, though. Which, I mean, I'll nevertheless give them points for having funny ideas when they have funny ideas. I think there's a time and place for that. I think obnoxious stages like this, like funny ideas that are nevertheless not that actually fun to play, are usually best suited for like bonus stages of some sort. Yeah, I know I didn't qualify. Qualified the first time. I've done it before, I don't need to prove myself again.
Ready, set, go.
This is the whole stage.
Ready, set, go.
Okay, well jumping at before the start probably isn't a good idea, but
Ready, set,
unless there's some secret technique I'm not aware of there. But otherwise, this swing intermediate feels ridiculous. This feels like a beginning stage. The difficulty curve in this game is very strange, I do have to say. Because you have difficult stages mixed in with, like, this. Where it is basically just go straight. But, in the process, go around this one obstacle. The difficulty is going as quickly as you possibly could, of course. And otherwise, there's nothing to do here. Oh.
ready, set, go.
Man, the collisions for the goal are definitely smaller in this than in the sequel. I even got a gold time, look at that. I don't know if they anticipate you moving diagonally to get gold times or not. Yeah, see, here's the sequel to this place.
Super speed.
Just have some, oddly placed, time travels here as well. Yeah, I spent a while on this stage. If ever there was a stage I don't need to prove myself on anymore, it is probably this one. I do remember this one I was able to get myself to hug the wall if I used the speed with the right timing. I don't know if... I'm noticing... Maybe I'm just not doing it right, but... It feels like I'm not... It feels like I unconditionally bounce off of it now. Yeah, it feels like that might be an actual difference in physics. You can't hug the wall in this game. The collisions on these pickups are smaller than they look. I'm not... I don't pass through them like in the PC version, at least, but... Yeah, I can't get myself to hug the wall anymore. It's actually a bit of an impediment, because that was a kind of part of my strategy before. Yeah, even being practically parallel with the wall there, using the super speed, pretty much. I still bounced off the wall noticeably. Man, the collision seems smaller than I remember them being in the original version of the game. I will say, I know I missed that one, but whatever. Yeah, this was an annoying stage. Okay.
Ready.
I had enough of an experience with that one last time, since I spent quite a lot of time on it. We're actually going to get to advance this time, though, in this episode, which is nice. So we're going to see some of those. If I remember right, I think advanced, I think it has the most stages out of the 3 groups, too. Because they add a bunch of stages to it in the gold release or something like that. I don't remember all the details. And things like how there was the Xbox Live arcade release of the game. Did that include stages from there? I don't remember how it worked exactly. Yeah, I feel like when I last played this game, doing what I'm doing now, where I just kind of casually run up some ramps and whatnot, that was something that, great, thank you. That I cannot do this comfortably in the past. Hey. Yeah. I drew upon diagonal power there, but the great risk of diagonal power, of course, is it being harder to steer. And I ran afoul of that. Could you not make me bounce off like that? That is quite obnoxious. Why is this designed this way? That is awful. Like, it's just designed for you to run up that ramp quickly, but then if you actually do that, it just knocks you right off.
Super speed. Super speed.
There we go. See? Much more tempered speed. A little bit of diagonal to get myself up the hill. Don't really feel like dealing with this right now. I like the super tiny holes on here too, in addition to all the bigger ones.
Super speed.
Don't know how big of a jump I need to get up this thing. Yeah, that did not need to be that big, but oh well. It is funny comparing the simplicity of the stage here to the stages you had in Marble Up as well. Marble Up was also just willing and able to make substantially more complicated stages, and force you to do much more complicated maneuvers. But I think a big part of why it could do that was also because the game controlled better. Goal time 37 seconds. Yeah, sure, okay. There's probably some crazy shit you can do. Cool. And will advance be next time or this time? Advance will be next time. So next time we'll see, you know, we'll just run through a couple of the advanced stages through the last last episode of this little revisit. But yes, it's great to come back to where all this started and appreciate it a bit more than I did before. Cool. Alright, see you then.